Hi team, I got a table set up here in my garage, and here's our table, it looks like. And we are going to discuss about the plans that some of the team members have made up on Tuesday. And the first mission we're going to try to tackle is this guy right here. That little guy. That shark in the tank. That thing will move around real nice and easy. So that has to get transported all the way to that square there for some points, but we get more if it goes over here. Now, also, the robot has to go through between these barriers here and actually knock over this guy to let the trainer dog help the blind person stop before it crosses the road. After it leaves there, then we have to go over here and collect the manure sample. That has to go, actually that would have to go all the way over to here to the trainer's area, which is over here. But before we go that far, we have to grab that manure sample and then come around and grab the pig with no rear legs, because his rear legs are wheels, and the wheels are over here. And right there, those are the wheels you have to put on there. And then once you put the wheels on the pig, then we have to bring the pig all the way over in that area there where the rest of the cows are. And also we have to grab this bee next to the pig, and that has to go right there on top of this beehive. And when the bee goes on top of here, like here, see, and it goes and lets the honey out. There's the honey. So somehow that honey has to go for more points if it goes back to base for more points. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the robot view of what it's going to look like when it's on the table, if it'll allow me to do it. Oh, and also too, before we do that, this guy here, the reindeer and base, that guy has to go on top of this. I haven't fixed this yet, but I'm working on it. This has to go and switch around to the other table, and it actually gets turned around like a turntable for the other team to have. And those are actually shared points. So I'm sorry I don't have that working right now, but I'll have that fixed by Monday. So that's where that reindeer goes. It could be this reindeer, or it could be that gorilla, or that bird, or that bat, or those frogs could be on top of that. Doesn't matter, but since the reindeer is over here, I'm sure everybody's going to use reindeer. There's no actually any different changes of points if you use any animal. There's no greater points. They are all the same. And this guy here, this is our please dog. That has to go to our training area, which is over here. Has to go there. Now, on top of that too, this little gecko here, in the base, has to hang on this wall. There's our robot. Has to hang on this wall. And for extra points, this robot has to be hung on the wall too for more points without touching the mat. So that's going to be a fun program to do. And then last and not least, all the fun gunky stuff, these manure samples. We got 12 of them throughout the board. We got some here. We have the one we discussed earlier, right there. And then you come down to the table and you have one right there. And all those pieces have to go into that training area with the police dog. And they have to go in there one at a time. You can't just collect a whole bunch of them and drop them off. That would be too easy. Okay, so anyway, that's what we do with all the pieces here in the beginning of the match. So we have to figure out how to do all those. But here's what we're going to do with Robot Cam. We're going to go ahead and I'll put this camcorder right here on the ground here. See if it works. This is the view of the robot. What it sees. Sometimes when you use your sonic sensors. This is what it'll be seeing. Kind of cool, huh? So basically what the initial plan was for the team to take the Shark Tank. So now you're down here. And you're supposed to drag this forward. Onto that square. Or bring it over and drop it off there. Into that square. See? And then you guys were thinking about actually turning this thing over, turning it this way, and run over this barrier, and then go through the gate. I have a feeling about this. You guys want to think about this a little more, but that barrier might cause a problem. Okay, I don't know if we're allowed to actually knock stuff off, or it might get caught in the robot. And if it gets caught in the robot, we're going to be in trouble because the robot can't move, then you have to grab it, bring it back to base, and that's going to cost us points. So when you bring the robot back, we have to go to this way, and there is that big black line. We could use that if you want to follow the black line a little bit. And then you come around, and there's the trainer and the dog. The blind person, the trainer dog, so now it has to go through. It has to go through here. Knock over the gate. Now we also discussed about getting the food out of the refrigerator, which is towards the right. But the push lever is up there. You can push that in to let the food out if you want to do that. But there's also another way we can do that too. So as we go around, there is the manure spot. Manure sample. So either A, you can go ahead and shoot this straight over and come back. You can do that way if you want. Or you could also try to drag it, or whatever you got to do with the robot, push it, whatever you want to do, and push it, and there's the pig, and there's the bee. You do that, and it may come around, that's got to go back to base, and then, I'm walking around the table here, come back and you look at this. There's the front half of that refrigerator we're talking about. You look up, and what do you see? Besides the big old refrigerator. The yellow prongs here, you use these to pull out, and there's it's stuck. There it goes. I think we have problems with this thing. I don't know what's going on here. Well, we gotta figure it out. But anyway, all the food's gotta come out of there. So you gotta design a way to catch all this food and bring it to the gorilla because he's pretty hungry. But only 2 colors have to be in that circle, not 2 different colors. So 2 same colors have to be in there. Not particularly that way, but if you lay on the ground like this, but as long as it's in the circle, you're fine. And it has to have 2 more. Go feed the bird. And then you have 2 more to feed the bat. And then 2 more to come over here and drive through all this stuff. All the obstacles. And then you gotta feed the frogs back here in the back corner. So I'm gonna leave it as that for right now. I think that's just enough for us to get by for Monday and Tuesdays for programming our robot. And think about ways to solve this. And I'm going to tell you that if you notice something, that how this is curved, and from base, that's also kind of curved. So there's something to think about there. And then when you go past the trainer dog, you have 2 ways of emptying the food out. And obviously we went over it as the back part. You can push that guy right there. let the food out. Or push those little yellow levers out to make food come out. There it goes more. So, oops. And then there's something else I'm going to throw at you guys. Is that this manure thing is going to, this milk manure thing, this guy right here, this one is going to be a problem solver. That one's going to be pretty hard because you got to get this milk out and leave that one in. So what happens is if you turn this thing all the way around, the milk comes out, but then you want to let the manure fall out. That'd be very bad. We get less points if we did that. But before we turn all this stuff, let's go ahead and pretend that it's back over here. Before you turn this guy has to get pushed in. It's supposed to anyway. We gotta fix, oh there it goes. I kind of broke it, sorry. But anyway, it has to be pushed in before you turn it. So that's another obstacle. And then how are we going to get these milks all the way back to base? And go back to base, and then we have to set on this guy, which, if we can, it has to be set up on top for the best points, have sitting straight up. You cannot use any kind of pallets of any sorts. You can't use any Lego pieces. You cannot make a crate. You can't make nothing to hold those milk cans up. I read the directions. It won't do. But if you tilt it, off it goes. So, that'll be it for now. We'll cover more later. But go ahead and do a little brainstorming about our programming for Monday. I think our first mission is to actually solve the shark tank and get past this. And I have no doubt that we could probably get past around here somewhere by Monday night. So have a good night. Please leave the comments down below if you have any questions. Thanks. Good night.
You should have done the worm gear.